Hello friends and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name's Heather. I'm the owner of Charming Chapters, which is a small bookish business located in North Dakota. And this week we are mixing things up. We are not doing our typical studio vlog. This week I'm taking you along on our recent trip to visit Rebecca Yarros. We went to visit her at a book signing in Denver. It was a special edition book signing that they held at a Colorado Avalanche game. So not only did we get to go hang out with Rebecca and do some fun bookish things, but we also got to go to a hockey game at the same time. So I'm going to bring you along for that and show you everything that we did during our trip, and I hope you guys enjoy.
When we originally booked our trip back in August, we planned to fly out the same day as the event, which was a little nerve-wracking as it got closer with everything in the United States with the government shut down and workers being laid off. We got pretty nervous that our flights are going to be canceled and we were going to have to drive 11 hours to get down there, but thankfully everything worked out. Flying the same day did mean we had to get up really early though. We had to get up at 3 o'clock to make it in time to the airport for our flight, which left at 5. But like I said, everything worked out just fine and we made our way over to Minneapolis. Good morning, friends.
Morning.
It's about 6:45. We just landed in Minneapolis. We're going to grab a bite to eat. We've got about a 2-hour layover.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Hour and a half before we have to catch our next flight to Denver. And then it's about a 2-hour flight from there. So we're going to grab a bite to eat real quick and then we'll hop on the next plane. After having a quick breakfast, we hopped on our flight to Denver, which took about 2 hours. We were able to watch movies during the flight, and I chose to watch Freakier Friday, and I absolutely loved it. I actually watched it on the way back, too. Once we landed, we hopped on the train and made our way over to downtown Denver, where we met up with my husband's cousin, and he took us to this amazing Mexican restaurant for lunch, and they had the most delicious tacos you will ever have. And in the bathroom, they had these really cool comics. They were in Spanish, so I have no idea what they said, but they were so neat. After lunch, Britt took us for a tour around downtown Denver. He actually lives just a few blocks away from the train station, which works out great because it's just a few blocks to the hockey arena from there. So he gave us a tour and we got to see the view from his balcony, which is on the 23rd floor. And it was a beautiful view. You could see the mountains all around us. So after we relaxed for a little bit, we made our way over to the arena where we stood in line for our VIP tickets for the meet and greet with Rebecca Yarros. There were so many people that were excited to meet her. I believe there were only 300 VIP tickets, but Rebecca had posted the day after the tickets sold out that there were 30,000 people trying to get tickets to the event, and it broke the site, so no wonder there were so many people excited. One of the people standing right behind us in line was actually from South Dakota, which was pretty cool because there is nothing like this in the upper Midwest for bookish events. As part of our VIP packages, we received special editions of Fourth Wing. They were red and had these really cool holographic details on it. And then we also received special edition jerseys for the hockey game. They were Fourth Wing inspired, and on the back they had Ryerson and the number 4, of course, for Fourth Wing. So we decided to have Rebecca sign both our jerseys and our books because we were able to have 2 different items signed by her. Although we only had just a few moments with Rebecca, she was so sweet. She visited with everybody that stopped at her table and spent a little time connecting with them. Some of you have already asked, and no, she didn't tell us when the next book would be coming out or any secret details, but I'm sure she'll be sharing that kind of information very soon on her social media. After the signing, we had a little bit of time before the game started, so we went over and hung out in this bar area where they had special edition Fourth Wing drinks. We were able to just hang out with other people that were there for the event too, and just had a relaxing time. Of course, we had to try the drinks. We had one of each, and while we were sitting there, we were checking out the book, and of course, there were all kinds of cool details. Look at those hockey sticks on the back of it. It was so neat. I can't wait to put it on our bookshelf. Before we knew it, it was time for the game to start, and we had some really awesome seats. We were just 5 rows up in the corner, so we were able to see all kinds of goals that night and all kinds of action with different fights. Definitely recommend trying to get seats close to the ice if you're going to a hockey game. Before the game, all the players come out and do their warm-ups on the ice, and for this, Rebecca Yarros and her family actually came out and sat on the Avalanche hockey bench, and they're able to be close to all of their favorite players before the game even started. This game was a little bit different for my husband and I since we're Minnesota Wild fans. We didn't have our usual players to cheer for, but there were a couple players that we recognized that used to play for the Minnesota Wild. And fun fact, the assistant coach for the Avalanche team actually used to be the head coach for the University of North Dakota's hockey team.
Even though it wasn't our usual team, we still had so much fun. The atmosphere with the Avalanche crowd was absolutely amazing. They said there was over 18,000 people in attendance that night. All night long, they were doing different tributes to Fourth Wing. They played games like trivia, and then they had an AI simulator where you could upload yourself, and they would turn you into a dragon rider. It was really cool, all the things that they did.
So much more. Rebecca, we are so excited to have you here. I personally have done some really cool interviews in my life. This one's up there with the coolest. I'm pumped. Thank you for having me. Hi, guys! Rebecca, how long have you been an Avs fan? What does it mean to you to know that you have so many Avs fans that are fans of yours?
I mean, ever since the team moved here, I'm from Colorado, so this is the crossover of my dreams.
So this is like coming home. Did I hear this morning that you have 6 children?
I do.
And most of them play hockey.
My 4 boys all play, yes.
Okay, so who is your favorite Avs player and why?
Oh, it's always going to be Landeskog. He's always been my favorite, but I think to come back from that kind of injury really takes a lot of fortitude.
Well, as you know, there are a lot of fans in this building that are huge fans of yours. What message do you have for them today?
Thanks for coming, thanks for reading, and if you guys are new to hockey, I hope you fall in love with it just as much as our family has.
Near and dear to your heart. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
For the Ehlers-Danlos Society. EDS is something that I have, my children have. It's a connective tissue disorder, and they do a lot of good work with the community.
Anything else that fans can know about that charity just to get a little bit more involved in?
Absolutely. You can go to their website and see all the information they have on Ehlers-Danlos and how you guys can get involved.
And going back to Gabe Landeskog just being your favorite player, being a fan of the Avs, I was there outside the locker room this morning when you had the opportunity to talk with him. What was that like?
Pretty surreal. Absolutely. I have his helmet that he was wearing when he won the Stanley Cup and he signed it for himself. So that was pretty awesome.
What can you say about his goal getting overturned tonight in your presence?
It's also surreal. Like, just it's really all very surreal, and I can see it.
All right, Rebecca, anything else you want to say before I let you go? Thanks for coming, guys.
Overall, it was a really great game. The score was back and forth all night long, and all the little tributes that they did for Fourth Wing and to Rebecca made it extra special. I hope they do more events like this in the future because I could see these selling out every time. The Avalanche ended up winning 6-3 over the Sabres. Before the game, my husband guessed that the score was going to be 6-2, so he was pretty close. I'm sure Rebecca was happy that the Avalanche won. As part of our VIP package, after the game, we were able to go down onto the ice and shoot a couple pucks. We also used this time to take a couple pictures, and of course, they're going to go on our Christmas cards this year. At first, we weren't sure if we were going to go down after the game, just knowing it was already going to be a late night and we had to get up early to fly out again the next morning. But we decided how often were we going to get to go down onto an NHL rink and shoot some pucks. So, of course, we decided to do it. We were each able to hit 3 pucks. My husband made 1, almost made 2. One of them just barely missed the net. I ended up making 2 of the shots. Surprisingly, it was a lot colder down on the ice than it was sitting up in the stands, so that was kind of interesting. I think it's safe to say that my husband and I will not be playing hockey anytime soon, but we'll definitely continue to root for our local teams, the Minnesota Wild, and friends that we like to watch online. After the game, we made our way back to the condo for the evening. The weather was so nice for this time of year. We decided we're definitely going to have to go back to Denver and check out some of the different sites when we have more time. On Friday, we got up bright and early and we spent all day flying back home to North Dakota. We had such an amazing time. And that was our trip to Denver. We had so much fun, especially being book lovers and big hockey fans. We try and go to a lot of local games, and we're also Minnesota Wild fans as well. So it's really unique to have an event where it celebrated both books and hockey. There just aren't events like that. So it's really fun to have something to do that was different. I didn't have a chance to show you guys the details that were in the jerseys and the books, so I wanted to show you that up close because they are so cool. So the books, although this silver on here is a holographic, I don't know if I can catch it in the light. There we go. But all of that is holographic all the way around the book, the spine and the back. And then, I know this is backwards on here for you guys. It says, "A dragon without a rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead." One of the most popular quotes from the books. But they also have the hockey sticks, and then they turn the Avalanche logo into a dragon tail as well. And then, of course, the sprayed edges. How cool are those? And then on the inside here too, it also says that it is an Avalanche version, which is really cool. Let's see if I can find the page here for you. But they've got the special edition info down below, and they've got the really cool version of the Avalanche logo. And then, of course, my signed copy from Rebecca. And we are giving a copy to my husband's sister. It's going to be a surprise. She's a big Fourth Wing fan as well. If my husband wasn't able to go to the event, we were going to take her, or I was going to take her instead. So he decided to give his copy to his sister. So we've got the book and then the jersey. I'm going to frame this and put it in the office. I think they are so cool. So it's got the Avalanche logo and then the Fourth Wing design around it too. And then the sleeves have dragon scales on them. How cool is that? And then on the back it says Ryerson with a number 4 for Fourth Wing, of course. And then we had her sign our jerseys on the back. So like I said, I'm gonna frame that and put it in the office here. I'm not quite sure where. And then my husband's jersey we're gonna save and put downstairs. We have a collection of hockey jerseys, so we're gonna frame all of those and put them up. But that is all of our trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I wish you could have been there with me. It was so much fun to experience it and meet other readers from around the country too. And hopefully we'll get to do more events like that in the future. Living here in North Dakota, we don't have bookish events in the area. The closest one is usually Minneapolis, which is about an 8-hour drive for us. I did see that there was an ACOTAR themed one this summer that was in Montana. So hopefully there'll be some more events coming in our area, and maybe I'll be able to participate in some of those as a vendor as well. But I'll keep you guys up to date if some of those things happen. But that's gonna be it for this week's video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed all the behind the scenes content. And if you wanna see more of what happens each week in the studio, I hope you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already and come hang out with me every week. We've got all kinds of big projects coming up, so I hope you guys stick around. But that's it for this week's video. We'll catch you guys again next week. Bye for now.